Hello and welcome to Patrick Parson Workshop. And this is another fix that I had to make to my Delta 10-inch table saw. Basically, I cranked the arbor over too far and too hard. I was trying to make it exactly 45 degrees and it wouldn't quite go there. It started slowing down and getting hard to turn. And I turned it a little bit harder and wound up breaking it. When you turn the crank to tilt the arbor on the saw, that knob or nut there moves down that threaded shaft. And when that nut is properly seated in that hole in the motor frame, turning the crank actually results in the motor and the arbor tilting, which tilts the blade. And that is the culprit right there. That knob there is supposed to fit into the hole that you see there, and my cranking it a little bit too hard popped it out of that hole. So the first fix is basically just to put the knob back into the hole. The purpose of those two nuts that you see there is to keep the plastic nut or knob from moving any further down that threaded shaft when you're cranking it. So I'm going to move those two nuts down just a little bit and then tighten them up against each other, and that should give me a little bit more room and allow me to crank it out to 45 degrees. And one more tip that I wanted to share with you. Sometimes when you're taking apart something like this table saw, you can drop nuts, bolts, washers into places where they're hard to retrieve. And this tool really makes that simple. This is a telescoping magnet that you can put down in there and retrieve your metal parts. It comes in really handy. You can pick these up pretty cheap at Harbor Freight, and I think they're well worth it.
She did it several times. She'd kind of dive and she'd lay there like that. She was rolling around, see if she's covered in leaves. There she goes. You get it?